This year we are honoring Margaret Wheatley, Peter Drucker, and Jerry Hunt. And at this point, in this evening, it is my pleasure to honor Meg. Meg, would you please join me on the stage? Now I'm going to embarrass Meg a little bit, but Meg and I have known each other for a while, but yesterday we were in the elevator together, and as I was stepping in the elevator, I dropped my iPhone, and it went about an inch before it was going down the elevator shaft. And I really believe it was Meg's presence that stopped it from going down the elevator. Right. Meg shifted the field of leadership in 1992 with the publication of her book, Leadership in the New Science. This book was a revelation to scholars and leadership professionals using systems thinking, quantum physics, and chaos theory to create a new paradigm of organizational change. A bestseller, Leadership in the New Science has been translated into 17 languages, 18 languages. Oops. Must have just happened. No. Okay, 18 languages, and is currently available in its 3rd edition. Okay. My copy, okay, so I've got the 1st edition and the 3rd edition. My 1st edition, when I read it by the end, there were so many of the corners of my page turned over that there wasn't anything left, so I had to go get a new book, and it was all marked up. At the same time, Meg co-founded in 1991 the Percana Institute, a global charitable foundation that worked for 20 years applying the principles of living systems to organizations around the world and creating healthy and resilient communities. Percana continues to blaze new organizational paths by experimenting with what happens when an organization purposefully enters a reflective period of stillness. Meg's recent books all address, from different entry points, how humanity can rediscover hope, learn perseverance, and strengthen our communities to work together to meet challenges, meaningfully contribute, and make a difference. Her latest book, So Far From Home, Lost and Found in Our Brave New World, was published, and it is a fabulous new book if you haven't received or read it. She is not a stranger to the ILA. She has done an ILA webinar for us, and she has keynoted for us at our Miami conference. And it is my honor and pleasure and privilege to really induct you into the ILA Virtual Hall of Fame on the ILA website and to present you with the award today.
Is there any chance of getting the camera on me instead of that lovely photo? Maybe not. There we go. It's kind of dark up here. But I want to thank ILA not for the personal recognition, but for the recognition of work which tries to see the world differently. Each of my books has been an attempt to have us realize that the way we see the current world, our worldview, is a prison that actually prevents us from solving the critical issues of this time. And so I'm delighted to be here when we're speaking about consciousness and conscious leadership. I work around the world, and there is only one question that I'm asking leaders these days, and I'm going to pose it to you, which is, who do you choose to be for this time? How do you choose to use your power and influence on behalf of the human spirit? Because what I observe in the world, and it's what I want us to be conscious about, is with the increasing level of bureaucracy, policies, regulations, speed, distraction, fear, and aggression, we have lost sight of the fact, and I want to say this very boldly, we've lost sight of the fact that it's human beings who are doing the work. And I see in organization after organization either deterioration or denial of the human spirit. We need to become conscious about what's happening in the world, what's happening in our organizations, the increasing rise of distrust of people, the increasing numbers of regulation which attempt to bind us because we're not trustworthy. And I think we are at a crossroads as leaders and people who support leaders. And the crossroads is, are we going to stand up against this insanity? Are we going to take a stand and use our power and influence, however great or small that is, to really consciously create places where the human spirit can flourish? If we don't do that, then we know the future. If we do choose to make a stand on behalf of the human spirit, then more is possible than is currently available to us. So I just ask you to ponder this question as you're in this conference together. How do I choose to use my power and influence on behalf of the human spirit? Thank you very much, and thank you for this award.